welcome to another edition of the Waypoint FPL update. This definitely isn't our third cut already. Good to have you here. Chris is back as well from our long hibernation. So how's it going, Chris?
Yeah, going well. Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing this for the third time because we couldn't get through the first two takes without being a bit.
One would have involved a fine.
Very much so. Self-censorship. But yeah, other than that, looking forward to tomorrow's game. But the most important thing, obviously, tomorrow's game is the least important thing right now. It's seeing how everyone's fantasy team did last week, because that, to me, does have an indication as to if you're going to start tomorrow.
Oh, well, there you go. So I'm screwed, everyone.
Guys.
Have fun. As we get ready for the final friendly of the season, but the fantasy season, of course, is very much already in full swing. We're 2 weeks in the books and we're hurtling towards that international break already. Don't know why they come so early, but anyway. We've got some updates for you, of which we have a new first place team. Mike, with the terrible team name of Mike's team, knocks Alex off the top spot with 80 points, which was the tied third highest score on the week. And he's got a 5-point lead over Alex now. Good performance from the Liverpool contingent, as you can see there. Salah, Alexander-Arnold and Diogo Jota. Of course, he has those three. And he also obviously captained Haaland as well with 34. And Van de Ven got 9 points as well, as did Pedro Porro gets 6.
That's true. And so I think it's a decent team performance there. Obviously, Haaland, with the 34 points, really leading the way. But three things I want to just mention in there. One, massive kudos to Mike for playing Dean Henderson in goal. Obviously, Palace's goalkeeper. Big thumbs up from me.
Rewarded with 1 point.
A whole 1 point, but big thumbs up from me. Second thing, I mean, look at Van de Ven and Pedro Porro combining there for 15 points. I mean, that may be the only thing Spurs win this year is in Mike's fantasy team. And the remaining thing, Mo Salah again chipping in with a very handy 10 points, but once again scoring against the bottom half, which has been a very Mo Salah type thing for as long as I can remember, really.
So good week for Mike, and he's on the top. As I said, Alex slips to second, but we do have some climbers in the top 5 with Brett, Zach and Ethan, of which Brett had the highest weekly score last week with 91 by 10 points, in fact. Haaland, as you would expect, obviously featured again. We had a couple of Liverpool players, Alexander-Arnold and Robertson with 6 each. Gordon got 10, Palmer got 17, David Wright got 10. But the most interesting thing about Brett's team, I think, is that Tony goes off to Saudi with 0 points.
Absolutely, 0 points for Tony this week, but a massive 636,000 whatever it is, I think it's pounds, per week to Tony's bank account, tax free. I cannot believe that. So quite unbelievable money for that, but he's going. So I saw that they'd spent 40 million on him. So quality business for Brentford.
Take it.
65 million for Osman as well. So that might be.
Is that confirmed? I saw that he might be going to Chelsea possibly. I saw the Saudi.
Yeah. So that is the biggest, most egotistical.
That'll be
forward lineup in all of football now. I think so. Anyway, massive score for Brett. Big goalkeeper score. That's the real difference between his team and Mike's team. Yeah,
definitely a good score from right there. James, you can see here, falls out of the top 5. But
by the way, that is inspired naming on the team. I know that Mike's team's name is terrible at Mike's team.
But James Skinner.
James Skinner, absolutely. Love a bit of that.
Chef's kiss. He falls out of the top 5, but it's still very much a hot race in the mid-table because 136 is 5th place, but from 6th all the way down to 15th, everybody has between 123 and 134 points, and even Owen with 116, not that far off as well. So it's pretty hotly contested. Ben among that as well. He got the tied third highest score with 80 last week. But we're going to call out Smithy because he got 81 points last week to put him into the mid-table conversation as well. It will again not surprise you at all to see that he's got Haaland, but he's again got a really good solid supporting cast with White with 6, Rowe with 10. Cole Palmer 17, Smith Rowe with 10 as well. But the really interesting thing here is he had 3 defenders combined for a total of -2. 2 Everton players got 0 and Mascara with -2.
I don't know how you could do that. I mean, that's
impressive.
That really is impressive. But again, the big score from Haaland is the consistent. If you've got Haaland and Palmer this week, then you've done all right. Smith Rowe, like a bit of that. That's well worth it. Again, someone who I think will have real value in fantasy this year. But also look at Eberechi Eze, 2 points, but again, big thumbs up from me for putting Palace players in your team. So, you know, hopefully that'll pay off for you. But yeah, that is quite outstanding. A back four that combined for a massive 4 points.
And now we'll turn to the bottom of the table, yeah, we have a 21st place now because Luke has joined the league. Now, Luke, I did expressly say if you're going to join the league, have less points than me, so I'm not on the bottom. So what are you playing at? But no, yeah, I am do remain bottom with a fairly low 54 again. I should probably add Haaland to my team.
You definitely should add Haaland to the team.
Probably should do that. But I'm not too far off Jono. Jono's not leaving me all on my own. He's only 3 points ahead, so we're on 1993 apiece. So a bit of a contest going on at the bottom as well.
And by the way, Luke, your team name is outstanding. Outstanding. I mean, I'm not for cancer jokes a lot of the time, but that is absolutely outstanding.
Roy Hodgkins lymphoma. Yes, that's a name. Yep.
It's a name. It's. I would rather have that than bloody Mike, Brett, and not James.
No, James Skinner's no. That's there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, you carry on doing that. But Brett, change name. Definitely not the most. Yeah, it's terrible. It deserves to lose 91 points for that.
But yeah, that is it for the update this week. So yeah, we'll see what this week brings, and yeah, I will, as normal, give Chris the final word.
So we have a game tomorrow. If you watch this on Saturday, we don't have a game tomorrow. But if you watch this on Friday, we have a game on Saturday, which is tomorrow at 10:30 at Deer Park. Be there for 9:45. We have a squad of many. I think we're up to 19 or 20 or something like that. So everyone's going to get a half. But other than that, that is the last friendly before we start the season. The season proper starts on the 7th of September away. It's in Chalmersford at Hope Church. That's a 10 o'clock kickoff. And we have a maximum squad size of 16. So we will put out the polls for training on Monday and the game on Tuesday. Make sure that you either say yes or no to those polls. We'll be back this time next week with another critique of your fantasy teams, which I hope will be just as successful as this week. We have been a little bit rusty. And there are jokes I could make about Mike Wells' defending in the Thursday game, but I'm not going to. But anyway, until then, until tomorrow, we'll be seeing you.
Have a go.